Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another episode of GameTracks. This is a channel that I dedicate towards video game music, spanning across all different genres and all different gaming platforms. I'm going to break down 4 different songs, one including my personal favorite, and just briefly talk about why I like each track. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Street Fighter Alpha 3 for the arcade machine. Now, of course, this game came out on different gaming platforms like the PlayStation, the Sega Dreamcast, and even made a GBA port, but we're just going to kind of focus on the arcade unit, which pretty much spans across everything except for the GBA. One thing I want to say is this was one of the first Street Fighters to completely change each character's theme to something completely different. Now, you know, in Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2, Turbo, all those different Street Fighters, they all pretty much had the same theme that was slightly remixed or, you know, enhanced to sound just a little bit better, but it was never anything that branched off completely differently. And with Street Fighter Alpha 3, they weren't afraid to push it. I mean, they literally changed every single character's theme. There was no remix involved. There were no similarities to the older themes, and it sounded completely different. Now, initially when I first played this game, I did not like the soundtrack. I was completely like, how could they do this to all the legendary themes? But once I really started listening to it and started playing the game more and more, they grew on me. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that felt that way. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that still love the Street Fighter Alpha 3 soundtrack because it was so different, and I mean, it really sounded great. It was very edgy. It just sounded like it had more attitude, and that's one thing that kind of made it, you know, stand out from the older Street Fighter themes. It's a shame that they haven't reused them ever since. I mean, they've literally just been kind of hanging on to those classic character themes, but I think it would be nice if they managed to, you know, do a remix for another Street Fighter game, or maybe even just kind of add some content for, you know, Street Fighter 5 and make these Street Fighter Alpha 3 themes, you know, back in action. I mean, they're great. They really are. I mean, they really sounded amazing, especially considering they had to change everything. These composers really had their work cut out for them, and in my opinion, they really delivered. They really changed the game, and it sounded incredible, and that's one of the reasons why I'm talking about it in this episode. So, without further ado, I bring to you Street Fighter Alpha 3 for the arcade cabinet. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you. Street Fighter Alpha 3 was released in 1998 in arcade cabinets and several different gaming consoles. 4 composers: Takayuki Iwai, Yuki Iwai, Isao Abe, Hideki Okugawa, and Tetsuya Shibata teamed up to create this outstanding soundtrack. Street Fighter Alpha 3 was the first game in the Alpha series to completely change all the characters' themes instead of just remixing them. Initially, I didn't really like the Alpha 3 soundtrack because of how different it was from the other games, but as I played it more and more, I realized how incredible it really was. It sounded like it was created to give the game a more edgy and amped up feel, and guess what? It worked.
The Road, Ryu's theme. Although Ken was always my favorite character in the Street Fighter series, this theme in my opinion is much better than his. It actually feels like the theme for the entire game because of how epic it feels. From the beginning all the way to that banging ending, this theme is well suited for a legendary character. Crimson, Vega's theme. This track to me is easily one of the best in the game. It has such a sinister sound to it, which is perfect for the character it represents. The organs and the Spanish castanets all sound so fitting, especially during the climax of the track. It's just so well put together, it's a shame it couldn't be any longer. Simple rating, Karin's theme. This was Karin's debut game, and they made sure not to pull any punches while making her theme. It sounds amazing, and it distinguishes itself very well from all the other characters by having a dance but classy feel to it. Also, you can't deny how hard that bass hits in this one too. Truly a fun track. Seek No Escape, Final Round and Special Boss theme. This track is my personal favorite. I know it's not a character theme, but damn it, this track is intense. It reminds me of some of the most challenging bouts I've had in any fighting game. When that announcer screamed Final Round, you knew it was on. The riffing guitar combined with that thumping bass and that haunting chord, it's all just too perfect. I still get chills when I hear this one.
Alright guys, that was my Street Fighter Alpha 3 episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like the tracks that I chose. And if you guys are really enjoying this series, then feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also hit that bell so that you can receive notifications on whenever I update my channel. I'm sure you guys have seen the GameTracks game sessions as well. That's something that I try to update every other day. And the GameTrack episodes will be, added on pretty much every Sunday. So I hope you guys are really enjoying it all. And you guys have an amazing week. Thank you.